Good evening. This is the 27th of January, dead of winter in Canada, and I'm weaning babies. I'm always amazed at this time of year, first of all, how hard it is to breed babies and the work I go through, but how well they seem to do despite the temperature. In the next group of videos, I'm going to try to demonstrate weaning, leading on to food training and trapping of babies. So these babies have now been in this loft for 24 hours. I've given them bits of grain, and I'm going to try and teach them how to eat. And I like to start off with large grain. So I'm sorry, this is going to get wobbly for a minute as I reach for the grain. I have it set aside here. I have straight corn, which I want them to learn how to eat, so forgive me. It's going to wobble a bit. Sorry. So here's the grain. Now babies, I think, are a little myopic or nearsighted, and they don't see grain, they need to hear it. I've cleaned the floor. I'm going to do my standard whistle. Come on, come on! I usually yell at them that way. And I'm watching a few of them come and pick up the corn. Now the reason I teach them to eat corn first is because sometimes when you're weaning babies, they can become only small seed eaters, which is a big problem, especially if you're trying to get them ready for racing. And they will not eat this high carbohydrate grain, and they don't get enough energy. So I insist that they all learn to pick up corn, which I know in this case is a little bit larger than popping corn, but that's good as well. But I make a real effort of teaching them to eat this stuff, and then I move on to the smaller seeds. So I'll let them pick this up, and I'll whistle some more. See, there's lots of babies in the background that haven't come along to eat, although some of them ate a little earlier. And the other thing is, as I'm looking at the whole crew, I'm looking at their faces and eyes and seeing if any are sitting humped up like that one in the corner with his eyes closed. I worry about them not having had a drink, and if they haven't had a drink, I'll go ahead and actually put their head in the water so they know where it is. So while I'm watching, I'm examining them, making sure that they're healthy, and at the same time offering them this grain. So there's a lot of teaching to do now, because a lot of them aren't eating. What I sometimes do when I'm doing this, I might come into the loft 8 to 10 times a day, every 2 hours. I try to do it on a weekend when I'm not working, and so that I can make the call, I can whistle, and lay some grain on the floor, so they all learn to pick up the hard corn. Now here's the thing. After I attempt to teach them this, I don't insist that that's all they eat that day. I never ever starve them. After I give them several attempts on the day, I let them go to the small seed, which they're more comfortable with, to make sure that they get something that day rather than skip their meal altogether. It's a big deal to me, and if it's done right, there are no casualties and no sick birds or birds that go downhill. So in a few minutes I'll give them the small corn, but I won't videotape this.